Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 roadmap update. We actually have some pretty tangible information this week. We also have some more Alpha 3.24 stuff with CIG talking about blockers and a quick public service announcement about the personal hangar sizes that you'll be getting with that patch. Anyway, there are some new features coming to Star Citizen Alpha 4.0. The RSI Zeus Mark II that we already know is going to be in the patch, the ES version, is now joined by the CL version. So this is a little multi-crew cargo ship that's pretty multi-role. It's got a reasonable amount of firepower. It's sort of the evolution of the Zeus Mark I in lore, which is the first consumer ship that had a quantum drive. It's very cool stuff. I really like the look of the Zeus, and there is a MR, the sort of bounty hunting version, the combat version, that has yet to be confirmed where it's going to turn up. It might be a bit later than 4.0. We'll have to wait and see. We have acidic caves, so they're expanding out some gameplay area. They're expanding out a load of that content underground. So the acidic cave archetype will be coming to both Pyro and the Stanton system, adorned with luminous pools of water and dramatic stalactites, as well as stalagmites. These caves provide a captivating setting for exploration, FPS missions, missing person missions, and more. There's also going to be rock caves. You go, oh, we've already got rock caves. No, wait, I think we actually have the sand cave archetype, but rock caves also coming to Pyro and Stanton. So these are illuminated by bioluminescent mushrooms. These caves provide a unique atmosphere for all of those missions and content that we just previously discussed with the acidic caves. We know that Cloud Imperium have been working on those caves for a little while. Very likely that they'll make it into 4.0. And obviously, they want that for expanded content, expanded gameplay area. There's going to be lots of caves and lots of area to explore, and they want these for mission locations. There's also going to be asteroid bases, implementing new asteroid bases scattered across space in asteroid clusters, gas clouds, and other areas of Pyro. From exploration type gameplay to mission based locations, these bases include both constrained interiors for potential FPS conflicts, as well as space combat while reaching or fleeing from the location. So asteroid bases, lots of players want asteroid bases as hangars and that sort of stuff, which may come in the future. These are potentially going to be a bit smaller probably than things like Grimhex, but along the same kind of lines. Again, quite a big expansion of gameplay area because they can plop these down pretty much anywhere in lots of different forms. There are also space stations contested zones. So these are location features coming to Pyro space stations, introducing FPS gameplay with various layouts tailored for that purpose. These zones will feature a progression system requiring tokens to unlock different zones, giving access to loot inside. Collecting all of the tokens will allow a player to open the final door and claim the grand prize. That sounds pretty cool. Now, to what extent are they contested? Are they contested in more of a PvE scenario where you're sort of gaining reputation with factions and fighting other ones? Is it going to be contested in the form of PvP or kind of PvEVP, where it's a bit of both? I really like the fact that you can go to a space station, set it up as your spawn point, and then do missions there. Obviously, these space stations can be pretty big areas still, but the fact you can do a lot of this stuff without needing a ship once you're there. And I like things that sound like, well, I'm going to be searching, scavenging, trying to find loot, and I get rewarded for basically treasure hunting in areas. This video is sponsored by Fume, the award-winning flavoured air device. It draws delicious flavour to your mouth as a way to change bad habits. It's not addictive, you can fidget with them, they're all snappy and clicky if that's your thing. It's hefty and cool to hold, it doesn't require batteries, just your face hole. You should be able to use it anywhere, guilt-free. I could be dealing with dinosaurs and just have my Fume. That delicious smell, it's going to confuse all those raptors. Clever girl, my ass. Also, if those dinosaurs all had them as well, those fumes, they'd be so much more chill. Boom, I'm fighting a predator. Wait, no, we're going to have a fume break. There are a ton of flavours for them. I really like the spearmint ice and orange vanilla flavours. That is two separate flavours, not a crazy mixed one. There are some weird and wonderful ones like maple pepper though, if that is your thing. Fume have served over 300,000 customers, and you can be next. For a limited time, use my code BoredGamer to get a free Fume base, a fancy magnetic stand, when you order the Journey Pack. Head to tryfume.com. It's spelt F-U-M. That's how you spell it. It said Fume because it's like classy or something. Use code BoredGamer or scan the QR code on screen to get your free base with the Journey Pack today. Going back to what I was saying about Alpha 4.0 though, all of this is in addition to server meshing, which is the most important thing to happen with Star Citizen since spaceships. It basically catapults it into being a proper MMO, or have the potential to be a proper MMO. It's needed for lots of players to mingle and actually coexist on the same shard, and that will be expanded out, hopefully, to dynamic server meshing eventually, where they can sort of spin up servers based on the population of an area, and everyone could potentially be on the same shard. We'll have to see exactly how that pans out. That would be the absolute best possible scenario. There's jump points as well for 4.0, connecting Stanton to Pyro, Pyro to Stanton. There's the Pyro system with planets, moons, stations, plus outposts, and a ton of gameplay area, loads of new bits and bobs there. Pyro's dangerous, it's going to have a different lore system, there's loads going on with Pyro. For another big important piece of the puzzle with 4.0 is engineering. They are bringing all the sort of ships up to gold standard, I believe. They're putting engineering into practice, which will basically have physicalized components, and these components can be replaced, repaired. That engineering gameplay for multi-crew ships is going to be absolutely awesome. There's going to be fire hazards and fire extinguishers and the repairing of fuses and replacing of those, life support systems. We also know there's going to be a load more additional player customization with the patch, and the space cows are being added, the quasi-grazers. There's an MFD and new display rework for ships, which we saw little inklings of, or little teasers of, in a recent Inside Star Citizen, where they were showing off those jump points. Multi-tool updates are being put in as well, so they're sort of starting to use batteries. You're going to be able to use them for cutting properly. There's the charge and drain function, which will allow you to temporarily power components, which is good because they can be damaged now with the engineering stuff, and you can even remove distortion damage from them. Also, there could be more stuff turning up with this patch, so stuff could get pushed back as well, so bear that in mind. It's a bit in flux at the moment. Expect more missions and more locations. Expect more ships and vehicles to turn up. Expect NPCs, gangs, weapons, that sort of stuff as well, and some other minor features. Lots and lots of minor things to do with the legal system and all that sort of stuff in game. We do not have a date on Alpha 4.0's expected release. Originally, it was supposed to be a Q3 release. Well, that ain't happening though, but, well, I mean, it's incredibly unlikely, but it is expected to be before the end of the year. I'm interested to know where you think it is going to turn up though. I am incredibly excited for 4.0. It is the most excited I've been about Star Citizen stuff for quite a while, and I'm a Star Citizen lover. Wow, that makes me sound like quite the nerd, which I am. On to something more proximate news-wise. Yesterday evening, so on the 24th of July, there was a build update for Alpha 3.24, with CIG saying we're not expecting a new Alpha 3.24 build today, while teams work on resolving some further issues blocking us from going to Wave 1. So that's what we're waiting on, Wave 1 PTU. Hopefully they will be getting that resolved before the weekend, ? I would like to see a wider PTU ASAP. I think we all would. Obviously 3.24 has been in EVOCATI for a lot longer than most of us expected. And CIG made a clarification on hangars in 3.24 as well, which I want to cover quickly here. You're getting a personal hangar in 3.24 when that patch drops to live, and that means that you can sort of customize that hangar. You can leave stuff in it and it will persist there. When you reload the hangar, whatever, it's persisting in that location, and you only get the one personal hangar in 3.24, and it's the location you originally spawned at, your home location. So your personal hangar size for that patch is based on the largest ship that you have on your account at that time. So this could be typically going to be a pledge ship, but it can also include loaners, it seems. Assume that there's going to be a level of wipe here that probably will wipe out ships that you haven't bought, but it might not, so bear that in mind. We're not 100% sure on all of the details. But after 3.24 drops, buying a new ship on the pledge store won't resize your personal hangar unless potentially you reset your account as well. There are discussions about that internally, so CIG will keep us in the loop when they know more about that specific topic, but it won't make it for 3.24. So sort of changing the size of the ship that you have in 3.24 isn't going to change the size of your personal hangar. That's what I'm trying to say. I saw there was a full unofficial FAQ for hangars with a load of info that I didn't actually know. We'll cover that in another video potentially. So all this stuff is subject to change, even just with 3.24. So bear that in mind. CIG will be changing and tweaking bits that don't make sense or that don't work or that they think work better in a different way. I'm really interested to know when you think Alpha 3.24 will turn up. What do you think about those personal hangars? I'm obviously relatively excited because it's a sort of step towards base building, and I just want more persistence in the game and more things that make it feel like I'm affecting the universe in an actual MMO. When do you think 4.0 is going to turn up? When do you think 3.24 is going to go live? What are you most excited for? Tell me in the comments below. And a big thank you to Fume for sponsoring this video. You should check out their links below if you are interested in that type of thing. Every month, we have a ship giveaway. For July, we're giving away a Constellation Taurus. This workhorse allows you to do some solid cargo running, as well as some combat and room for a small crew. It's just a great all-round mission runner and awesome ship to experience Star Citizen with. This comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance as well. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during July. Each video is another chance to win. More details in the description below. Please consider supporting the channel with the join button under my videos or via Patreon, links below to all of that. It goes a long way in helping us to be able to make daily Star Citizen content and Zin's lore videos, all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much to all the glorious members that already do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can always help as well by sharing, liking, subscribing, and getting involved in the comments section. And thank you very much for those of you that watched to the end. It is appreciated.